Roosevelt's people, if you happen to see this, which I'm sure you won't, what's up with the He-Man shirts, huh? Like, let's make some of those, huh? What's going on, people? So, I was all getting ready to sit down and do this. I was looking over some things, going through the bags and all that stuff, right? Just pre-video things that happen. And then I get this call, right? And I look over at the phone and I'm like, it says spam. I don't need to worry about that. And then I happen to notice on the old watch here, it's telling me the phone number, and I'm like, that looks like one of those work numbers, which technically could be spam, right? Because let's face it, you probably don't want to hear from those people when you're not at work, right? Or even when you are at work sometimes. Either way. And then I see after that, like a voicemail pops in, so I'm like, oh, I guess this might be something that matters, and I end up having to go off and do a little bit of world saving or whatever. But now that's all out of the way, and now I am sitting down here to do a little shirt showing, right? So that sounds a lot more fun than the latter. Am I right, or the former, I should say. Am I right or am I right? So here's the thing, people. Got a bunch of Roosevelt's shirts in not too long ago, whenever Black Friday was, so sometime in November, right? So I'm going to go through all these. There will be 2 videos, but I'll explain that a little bit later. For now, I just have a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to go through it, show it all to you. Same as that live, but hopefully a little quicker maybe. But I'm going to lead you off with this, right? It's the whole thing about sizing, because sometimes people like to know about the sizing of things, right? Now, this particular site, right, the Roosevelt site, they do have a sizing chart on there, which is probably something a lot of clothing sites have. I don't really buy a lot of clothes other than pro wrestling tees and Old Navy sometimes. But anyways, they have a sizing chart over there. My suggestion to you, if you're curious about what you should buy, go check that out, right? And maybe either measure yourself if you happen to have access to whatever you use to measure yourself. I guess measuring tape, that sounds like something that would make sense. Either way, measure yourself, that's an option, right? Or you can maybe go to another site of another place where you buy stuff, or another brand that you buy stuff of, and see what their sizing chart's looking like. If the numbers match up, there you go. If they don't, well, make them match up. I don't know, find the middle ground. Do something. Do something. So that's going to be it for me on the sizing things, right? Now, let's go ahead and get on into these, huh? Because I feel like it might take a minute to get through however many shirts this is. First up, right, I have this right here, and yeah, there's a little bear sticker in there, right, so there's that for you. This right here, this shirt is going to be Bret Hart, right, so I am a big wrestling fan. I may have said something like that once or twice. And this guy right here, Bret Hart, I do like him a fair amount of all the wrestlers and whatnot. He's definitely in my upper favorites. I'm not going to rack and stack things right now or ever. But just know I like old Bret Hart a lot. You actually see him sometimes if I'm standing over there. He's in the background of those videos, right? So, Bret Hart, ladies and gentlemen, let's move along. Let's see what else is going on. See, I moved the one bag and it's like a load-bearing bag. Now they're all just falling all over the place, So, up next, what do we have here? Got another shirt, of course, and I'll show you this. You've seen one of these if you've watched these videos before. One other thing that's also kind of cool, and I've said this before, on the bags, right, they do have like this little label thing that says like the size and what shirt it is, and so it's got those little anti-humidity bags or whatever, like little silica gels and stuff, and a sticker in there. And one more thing, they also have this nice little Ziploc dealie going on at the top, right? So if you want to, you can close it back up real nice and neat. Stops it from getting wet and whatever. Yeah, very nice on the presentation side. Either way, so this up next, what we have here is the Clever Girl Jurassic Park shirt, right? So you see that? It's kind of a plain sort of thing until you get in there, and then you say, oh my god, there's a dinosaur in there. Wow, who saw that coming? Besides everybody that knew that this was a Jurassic Park shirt. So either way, there's that for you. I think it's a pretty cool one. And the thing that I'll throw in there, I should have said this before, but I kind of alluded to it when I said it was Black Friday. These shirts were obviously on sale, people, right? Because their shirts are not cheap. They're like $70 a piece, right? Which, to me, that's expensive, okay? I don't know where you buy your shirts, right? Maybe that's, or what kind of shirts you even buy. Maybe that's a normal price to some people. It is not a normal price to me. So, when I saw Black Friday come around and some of these shirts were as low as like 20 something dollars, some of them were only marked down to like 62 or something. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess it's still a discount, right? So yeah, that's why I picked up a lot of these. And some of them, because they were so deep down on the discounts, I was like, well, I feel like I can splurge a little bit, right? Not like I need shirts, but you know, a deal is a deal. It's hard to not say it's not hard to not say I'm gonna get this. This right here is the next shirt up. It's the Pastel Pals, I believe it is. So if you look in there, you're seeing a lot of pastel things. It'll make sense. I'll break these out probably around, what's that called? Easter, because that's kind of a pastel related holiday. But yeah, you got a lot of these Disney folks in there because it's part of the Disney 100, right? So there's that. Maybe I'll break out some of those. What is that thing called? I have a pair of low 12s, like the ones that are egg colored or something. I don't know. It sounds dumb when I say it, or at least it does to me. But if you've seen the video, you get it. And it's like not terrible, I guess, but it's weird. Yeah, and this is the sticker that was in there, in case anybody was curious. I'm not going to take a bunch of pictures of all these stickers this time. I'm just going to show it to you and hope that that's enough. If it's not enough, well, it doesn't matter now, does it? Because it's going to be in the past. And here we go. Here's another one. That's going to be, what is that, an eagle cooking food? That's something. You know, like back where I live in Iowa, like there's a spot where you could just go and like watch eagles fly around. Like that's just for some reason, like they just hang out there. Yeah, it's weird to me. Because like around here, people always like, oh man, like I saw an eagle. And everybody's like, oh wow, where was it? And like, then it's like the topic of conversation for like the next 20 minutes. There, it's just like, yeah, they're gonna go see the eagles today. They're out. Definitely a lot of them for some reason. It's just a normal thing. This right here is a John Cena shirt, right? You can kind of see that maybe if you look in there. It says like the champ is here and all this stuff. Very plain, nothing amazing about it. And honestly, this one would still be on their shelf, but I remember for a fact that it was way down on the prices, right? And given that I'm a John Cena kind of guy, I figured, hey, let's go ahead and do that, right? Why not? You know, I like the dude a little bit more than I used to, so I mean, I wasn't going to pay full price for it. I didn't like him that much. But he was pretty alright. At least enough for me to spend like $30 on a shirt again. Because all my other shirts of his were roughly around the same price. This right here is something. I don't know. It's something to do like big fish hunting or something. I forget what they call this. It says Chasing Mavericks. It's from the Surf Collection. But either way, I liked it. Looks kind of cool. It's got a nice little design to it. I like the colors as well, you know. This felt like something that I should have, you know, for whatever reason. But it could also be that, you know, once you start buying stuff, sometimes you just like keep going. I need to keep those out so I can, you know, get pictures and videos or whatever, however I'm going to do this. And there's the sticker that came with this particular shirt. Moving along, moving along. Let's see what's going to be in this bag. Did you guess a shirt? You would be correct if you did. So there's that. I don't see any stickers or whatever, but whatever, got a shirt, and that's pretty cool. This is going to be the Acme catalog. I believe that's what this one was called. So you got a lot of Acme things in there. If you're familiar with like the Roadrunner and Coyote, and they were always shopping at that store, you know. I guess Bugs Bunny was too, since he's featured on here quite a bit. So yeah, the Acme place, or the Acme collection, right? You know, when I lived in New Mexico, right, it looked exactly like where the Roadrunner and Coyote stuff took place. And they did have a lot of Roadrunners out there. You know, it was a common thing. I'd see them once in a while. Didn't see any Coyotes, though. You know, weird. So here's this shirt sticker, right? Nice save, huh? So let's see what this one is. This is going to be Steamboat Mickey, which actually just hit his... What was his name? I forget what the name was. It Eugene or something? But either way, before he was called Mickey, he had a different name. But whatever he was, and as that original character, is actually on, I believe it's like public domain now as of like a week or two ago, or at least coming up real soon it will be. So people are all talking about like making movies and horror things based off of that character. Because sure, it looks like Mickey Mouse and everybody knows it as Mickey Mouse, but it's not Mickey Mouse because he's Steamboat Eugene or something. I don't know why I'm stuck on believing that it's Eugene. It's probably not. It's probably like Clifford or something that's not even close. But hey, whatever. Doesn't matter right now. And I'm not going to fix it in post either. I'm just going to leave it as is. Let's keep on going here, people. So, yeah, one of these little gel things. Once again, So here's the sticker, right? There's that one. I've had this one from something else before, the old Leisure Club one. Okay, this one I do like a fair amount because it's Ninja Turtles. I'm a big fan of the Ninja Turtles, right? So there you go. It kind of looks like comic book panels in a way, you know, different little scenes and all that stuff. So not a bad shirt, right? Again, this had to have been one of those ones that was a bit cheaper because while I do like it, I don't like it enough to really have spent so much money on it. Because again, you know, if you're gonna buy something like a shirt or whatever from them at full price, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'd say it's probably gonna have to be something that like you want, you know, because again, it's pricey. So you could just wait it out for like a while, see if there's a price drop or a sale that comes around. So here's this. This almost seems like a bumper sticker in here than like a normal one, you know? But whatever, slip that back in there. And this is, okay, Fast and the Furious, right? So yeah, this one I remember also being on the bottom barrel of the prices, right? Because once again, this is not one that I normally would have bought. And it must be older or something because the retail on this one was only 65 because they're all 70 now. And I see the sun has shifted. Is that showing up in the video? Because it's as if it just like jumped right out at me. It's like right there, right there. Sit that over there. All right, almost done, kind of, sort of. Now, this thing back in here. Take this sticker out. Oh, that's a new one. Haven't seen that one before. What's that say? A Leisure Club. Interesting. Kind of like this one. So put that back in there. Show you this shirt right here. This right here. Ooh, I can't remember. I want to say The Gang's All Here was the name of this one. Is that right? Oh, it says OG Squad, but like on the website, I believe I'm right. I'm gonna say that I'm right. Prove me wrong if you want to prove me wrong. All right. So there's that. Right. You got like Mickey and Donald Duck and the dog. You got a bunch of stuff going on here, right? You got all these people and whatnot hanging out. So it's a very busy shirt, and as I look at it now, I'm like, I don't know if this is really the kind of shirt that I would normally wear a whole lot, but you know, whatever. What's done is done. It's here. It's in the collection now. You know, it'll give me some variety for when I go to work, because I don't wear these shirts anywhere else. Like when I go to work, we're supposed to have like collars on so we can look like professional or something. So this is me looking professional, buying a bunch of these shirts and whatnot, right? But I think I've mentioned that before. And here you have this, right? Got a leather sticker. It's kind of like got this rock design. Pretty nice. I do like it anyways. And so now here we go. There you go with that. This is going to be Street Fighter. You can't quite tell, maybe, because like from a distance it does just look like a bunch of nonsense. But once you get in there, you're like, oh yeah, now I kind of get it. It was the same thing with like that Nightcrawler shirt. People see it from a distance, like, oh wow, that's cool. And then as they get up to me, they're like, what is that? You know, or some people, oh, is that actually Nightcrawler? Nobody knows what it is from a distance. They're always like, oh wow, it's cool. It's pink and some black blotches or something. Somebody had thought it was like one of those ink test things, you know, where you look at it, it's like, oh, what do you see here? Yeah, nobody knows what it actually is when they start liking it, and then they get closer and it all settles in sometimes. Also, there were these. These right here are going to be some, what is this, holiday wrapping paper. So they sent me 2 packs of these. I guess if you made a big enough order, they would send you wrapping paper. So I don't know about you guys out there, but I don't wrap anything, okay? Amazon does the wrapping because they put the stuff in a box, and I just like remember whose box is what, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, here, Merry Christmas or whatever, you know, here's your gift. And then they're like, you know, that whole thing. Now, phase 2 of this video, right? Because I'm gonna switch up a little bit. So, over here, okay, they're still Black Friday shirts. That part has not changed. Here's a sticker of the Roosevelt's man, like Teddy Roosevelt himself, right? That's an actual picture of him, believe it or not. So this is a Bamboo shirt, right? I talked about the Bamboo shirts in the past once or twice. So you got this. It's also from that same collection where I was talking about like big fish hunting or something. Because they made a bunch of shirts that had a very specific design. So there's that. Got to keep this one here. Actually, no, I don't need to keep this one. I can toss this one to the side. But yeah, it's a cool design. I do like it. It's very nice, right? So now, and I'll get more into like the bamboo things later. So, also this one. This is the Smithsonian Panda exhibit shirt. And like this has the pandas, and I forget what their names are. You know, something like Ching or Lee or whatever. I don't know. But either way, you got these two pandas on here from some zoo in China or something. So there's that for you, right? And it's a bamboo shirt, as in like the material wise, which seemed cool. I was like, oh, well, if I'm going to get a panda shirt, I should get a bamboo panda shirt, right? Because like bamboos and pandas just go together, right? So now let's open up this one over here. See what we have in it after we get this sticker in your face. Bam, there's that. How you like it, huh? Is it pretty cool? I didn't even look at it. So up here we have this, and this shirt is going to be, oh my god, wow, it's another panda shirt. But the thing different about this one is that it's the standard Kunuflex, not the panda, or excuse me, not the bamboo, right? So you can kind of tell, right? But we're going to get into the differences in the next video. That's why I'm doing 2 videos, right? Because I've done a thing about like, oh, this is the bamboo and this is the not bamboo, you know. But I only had one thing to compare with. So it's like, it's only kind of like an okay video. Now it's going to be like 2 times as good or something. So here's this, right? Checking out the whole back end side, right? Very cool. Once again, it's from that big fish hunting thing. Big Kahuna or something. Yeah, it's actually Big Kahuna is the name of it. This is the standard Kunuflex, right? And so that means, oh wait, let's look at the sticker first. Can't forget that now, can we? What's that looking like, huh? Is it pretty cool, right? Let me know down in the comments. Either way, so down here in this bag, you probably guess what we're gonna have. And because it's a clear bag, and obviously this is structured a certain way. Leisure Club. That's something. Look at that. Got all kinds of sticker options in these things. And so this looks very familiar because it's very much the same as the shirt I just showed you. Only difference being, yeah, that's right, somebody out there guessed it, I'm sure. It's a bamboo material shirt, right? Because again, there's a comparison video coming up after this. But all in all, it's very cool. I do like the way that they did the colors on these and just the design. It just seems pretty nice, right? Now, one thing, now that I'm done with this or whatever, one thing that I will say, just kind of wrapping up some stuff here. The Roosevelt shirts, yeah, they're expensive. I get that, right? So it's hard for me to just say, oh yeah, I think I like them. You should like them too. And so you should buy them. Like, I'm not going to say all of that. I do like them. You probably will like them as well. Is it worth it to buy them? Well, I mean, I would say wait for a sale. They don't have them all the time, honestly. But if you're on the fence, like, then that means you probably don't really want it that much. Now, if it's something you see and you're like, okay, like, I cannot go on living without this Megazord shirt, right? I'm buying it. Which, if you're thinking about doing that, it's a little too late unless you only wear large, because that's the only size that's still in stock, unfortunately. So I missed out too. But either way, if it's something you must have, then sure, go ahead and do it and live your life. But if you're thinking about it, you know, maybe I would consider waiting on a sale, you know. Sometimes they do them around like holidays and stuff, because it is a lot. I like them. I've got no really complaints about them, but I definitely would. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy them at retail, because I totally would. I just wouldn't buy as many. I'll tell you that. Either way, from me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm going to give you a quick video about some bamboo versus Kunuflex things. Then that will be it for the day, mostly. Later, people. So I'm sitting here getting all the pictures together so I can start editing this at some point, you know. I'm thinking, man, I kind of like this Steamboat Willie shirt. And then it hits me like, out of nowhere, dude's name, right? I spend all this video time recording trying to figure out who he is. And then once I stop thinking about it, clear as day. Crazy how that happens, right?